as a new father, I really want to ask everyone, listen, really give your father that love that he deserves, that respect that he deserves, because he have done so much, he have sacrificed so much silently, even unknown to you. Fathers are something else, they are irreplaceable. And when I think about fatherhood, for me, it's a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility. It's a privilege. It's a blessing, to be responsible for a life that is breathing, that is growing. God saw it fit to give unto me a child to bring up in the way that she should go. I don't know what could match that. Such a privilege, and that is how I feel in regards to
father. It's like a chance to do things right, to give my kids, my son here, something I didn't have then. I'm a father, because most fathers don't really, don't really get it. It's not just being a man and just staying there. It's actually loving and nurturing and helping create a young king to come up. It's a whole different thing than most people actually think. And it's not as easy as most things either. It have challenges. I had some challenges in financially, and then getting ready to know to be a father as one. You doesn't always be ready to be a father and just say, hey, he's a father. It's not that easy. And then you have a life to take care of. That's not as easy. People want to lie on you not studying to lie, actually studying to be home. It's your whole life is changing.
Fatherhood to me is something that I don't take lightly. It's something that I take with much wisdom and understanding, and that wisdom and understanding I could only get from God. And I understand that I have to grow up my child not only in the just being good or just being a good citizen, but also being a good child of Christ.
Fatherhood for me is the all-round development of my son.
One of my most favorite moments is actually my son was walking, and I don't know what I can't remember what we was talking about, but when we was talking, he said, "Dad, there's not a man in it." I feel bad hearing that, honestly speaking, but what he said after that comment, like, "Dad, there's not a man in it, there's a father." And to me, that meant something. It's like, it's not even a man beyond that, it's a father, it's something different. So, to the fathers that are coming in, potential fathers to be and who's already a father, understand it's a life you have there, and the moments you have, the memories you'll make, it worth it. Don't just think, hey, I'm a child and that's it. And the other raise them, be with them, be with them. Raise them in the right way, do that with God. You understand that is what you have in your family. Raise them to know that. Once you understand to have God in your family, it will work. As a father, you lead by example. You just say, you go to church and you stay home. Go with them. Become that example. Guys, to me, that is what fatherhood should be.
Fathers, your labor is not in vain. Your labor is not in vain. And being a father doesn't come with all the challenges. Sometimes as fathers we are not given that respect, especially from society. Sometimes we are treated as a bystander. And a funny story is, and I know you all will have many stories, beyond this, because I'm a new dad, but I always look at certain things, and if my wife and I goes out and my daughter is crying while she's holding her. No one says anything, everybody just looks and smile and move on. There was a point though where I was holding her and my wife stepped away to do something and she started to cry. And a group of women basically circled me and I was like, what's going on? You know what to do? Who's the mother? Where's the mother? And it was so funny for me because if anybody know me, they would know that I don't play, right? I don't play in regards to anything, and especially not to fatherhood. I'm very competent and capable, but it was just funny to me that, it reflected something to me. And I know that you all would have gone through many experiences like that, but nevertheless, for me also some of the challenges I would have faced is balance. Trying to balance work, ministry, business, so many things, whilst trying to ensure that you are a part of the child life, trying to ensure that you are instilling what needs to be instilled, that you are given that time and that love, that there's no negligence, so for me, one of the struggles was really balancing and shifting and moving on because it is priority. The kids are priority. And even a big change and a challenge for me was selflessness. It was a new level and a new element. You can no longer go where you want, when you want. You can't decide you want to watch TV when you want. You can't decide. It's almost as if to a certain degree, especially in the early stages, your time is no longer yours, and in spite of it being a challenge, it's one that I took on. Why? Because I understand my responsibility, I understand my role, and because of my love, for my child. So those are challenges that I've gotten over and still working through as well. There are many challenges.
Two challenges that I have experienced are one, having to give my time to another human, and two, learning to adapt to his routine so that he has proper foundational development.
One thing I would like to tell fathers is that do not take for granted what your child will learn in the Bible. Ensure that your child has a relationship with Christ, because only through that relationship with Christ they would be great. And the thing is, in these times we like to ensure that our child has the best education. We want to ensure that our children has everything that we didn't have growing up, whether it be nice clothes, whether it be nice toys, whether it be good nice food, whether it be sometimes a roof over your head. All those things are good, but what is most important is to ensure that your child has a relationship with Christ. And he also have to learn how to have a relationship with Christ through you as a father. So to me, being a father is like leading by example. If I want to teach my child about the Bible and about living right and living as a biblical testament to God's will, I'm basically following Christ, I have to live that life also, and I have to ensure that he sees in me what he should be as a father one day, what he should be as an employee or an employer one day, how he should treat his wife when he's a husband one day, or when even if you have a daughter, ensure that she knows how her husband is supposed to treat her, right? So by these things, I know that I have to be a father and also be a father that my son can take an example of when he goes older, because we have to understand that we are growing up future mothers, we are growing up future fathers, we are growing up future wives and future husbands, future employees, future employers. You understand? So we have to ensure that our children has a spiritual, I wouldn't say spiritual background, because we tend to take the spiritual and put it in the background. We need to ensure that our children has a spiritual foundation. So this is something I didn't have when I was growing up. So I have to ensure, and I will ensure, that my child has a proper spiritual foundation. This is basically my encouragement to fathers and potential fathers. Put God first and let God shine through you and ensure that your children see that light in you.
One of my most memorable moments was when he learned to say daddy and have him shout it to the top of his voice when he see me get into the room. My encouragement to fathers is that don't think of fatherhood as a task. Think of it as a way of imparting your knowledge for your future generation.